You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days of Our Lives fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I have got your early weekly spoilers for the week of August 7th through August 11th, 2023. I'm going to tell you 5 sizzling spoilers for what is going down in Salem next week. There is a lot to unpack. There is a baby secret out, but not the one you might be thinking of. We've got mental cases bonding at Bayview. We've got somebody chafing about a legal verdict. We've got someone lured back to town for some dirty business, and we have a newlywed starting to get suspicious. But which one is it? All right, let's dig in. So Maggie Horton is finally going to find out that her daughter, Sarah Horton, is pregnant. To say the very least, Maggie is stunned on Days of Our Lives next week. She's going to be further stunned when she finds out how long Bonnie Kiriakis has known the truth. And then, of course, she told Justin Kiriakis, and neither of them told her. So I don't know if she's going to be angry at them, if she's going to feel betrayed. She's clearly going to feel betrayed by Sarah. And then the big question is going to be, will Sarah go ahead and admit to her mom that it's Xander's baby? Because Rex Brady is still very willing to cover for her and say that it's his baby. Will she tell her mom the truth, knowing how much her mom really likes Xander Cook, who we know is the father of Sarah's baby? Before we dig into the nutcases at the Nut House, we would love it if you would reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our Days of Our Lives spoilers, news, and casting updates. All right, over at Bayview, we have Harris Michaels spending time with another mental patient. This week, the week of July 31st through August 4th, we have him spotting Eve Donovan, who is someone that he tormented in high school. So they're going to have like an uncomfortable talk and a reunion, and that is not who Harris is bonding with in Bayview. Nope. He is bonding with Ava Vitali, and I'm excited to see Tamara Braun back on the small screen. She always brings it. She's so talented. I loved her over on GH. I love her on Days. And she's completely unhinged. Remember, she was seeing her dead rapist son, Charlie, talking to her, and some of it was really him because he was back from the dead, but other of it, she was just completely nuts, and she just cannot handle the pressure. She's not doing very well. So this thing with her and Harris is very interesting. A lot of people who might also watch General Hospital will enjoy this because while they were never together or dating over on GH, their characters were not. They were on in the same era around like 2021. It was when he first came back, and she was her character was on the way out over there. All right, so it'll be interesting to see what exactly they are bonding over and how Marlena sees this, because she doesn't necessarily think Harris needs to be there, but he does. And she definitely knows that Ava Vitali needs to be there because she is bat crap crazy. Next week on Days, we're also going to see Brady Black really chafed. He is so upset about what happened in court. He went in there grudgingly ready to accept a custody agreement that was joint between him and Kristen DiMera. Then the judge is like, oh, no, I don't think so. You held a gun to your ex's head while your daughter saw it. She had zero sense of humor about that. And Brady's trying to explain to her the context of it. But, Your Honor, you don't understand. I was really upset. It's like, oh, okay, so you only wield a gun at women when you're upset. Sure, okay, let me give you custody of your kid. So it was a huge day when the judge just handed full custody over to Kristen. And Brady was gobsmacked, and he is still going to be really mad next week. Although Kristen told him, I'm not going to keep you away from Rachel. Brady was definitely trying to keep Rachel away from Kristen, but Kristen says she's not going to do that. She's not going to play these petty games because she knows that her daughter needs her daddy in her life. But I'm wondering just how badly Brady is going to act out and whether Belle Black can keep her brother in check or if he's going to wind up in more legal hot water on Days of Our Lives. All right, we have Stephanie Johnson making a big move. She is going to lure that real estate investor guy, Yuri, back to town. That is played by Millionaire Realty, some kind of millionaire property show. At any rate, Josh Flagg is back. And I have to wonder if he is going to change his mind and ditch his deal with Basic Black and go back to Titan. Remember, he had originally was ready to cut a deal with Maggie at Titan. Maggie left that deal in Alex's hand while she went off to Greece to be with Victor, who was visiting his comatose son, Beau. And Yuri came into the meeting with Alex and Stephanie, kind of hot, kind of just argumentative in a way, and had already made up his mind, even before he sat down at the table, that he wasn't going to make the deal. And then Alex went, after she fired him, and Alex was at Basic Black, he approached Yuri and he cut the deal with Basic Black, which really shocked Brady, and he was kind of stunned about how angry Maggie was when she showed up at the office to confront Alex. The big question is, can Stephanie and Chad lure Yuri back over to Titan to do Maggie a solid? We shall see, but he was a lot of fun, and it'll be interesting to see Josh Flagg back again. All right, we have one last early spoiler, and it is about Gwen Rizchek and her brand new hubby. But if you haven't already, please reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our updates. If you enjoyed this, we'd love a thumbs up, give us a like, and drop your comments below about what you're looking forward to next week. We read all your comments. We appreciate you interacting. We love the feedback. All right. So Gwen Rizchek is starting to realize that something is off in her marriage. Specifically, the official spoiler is that Gwen realizes Leo is hiding something. I think once there's a little crack and Gwen gets a nugget of the truth, just a little nugget, then I think everything else is going to fall in line for her. She's going to be like, oh, that's who you were sexting with. That's why he was undressed in our room. This is why you almost interrupted our wedding. This is why I walked in on my fiance mostly undressed in front of you. Everything's going to click for her at some point, but so far that reality check has not been cashed. Leo feels guilty, but he also really likes feeling up her husband, and so I think he's going to keep his mouth shut for a little while longer. And even once it comes out, depending on how many millions and millions of dollars we're talking about, maybe Dimitri can convince Gwen to stay with him for the next year if he cuts her in on the action. He's already having to give a slice of the pie to Kristen. It looks like he's going to have to give a slice of the pie to Leo, in addition to continuing to provide sexual favors to Lady Whistleblower. So I hope Gwen finds out the truth, and if she decides to stay with him, that's fine, but I think it's pretty awful that they're keeping this secret from her. What do you guys think? Drop some comments below, and tune in later this week for full Days of Our Lives weekly spoilers, 2-week spoilers, casting news, and lots more hot gossip.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.